Good evening. This is CTV News for Tuesday, July 15th. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Patricia Malone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, the Prince George's school system announces a major initiative to support English language learners. 2 new public high schools specifically geared toward ELL students will soon be opening their doors here in the county.
Me siento feliz porque tendré más comunicación.
I feel also very happy that we'll have a greater ability to verify the academic performance of our children and also to check in on their behavior.
Rios Orellana may soon have her wish, as the Prince George's school system plans to give county parents the option to attend 2 new high schools that cater to immigrant children and their educational needs.
It's not easy to come to a different place, speaking a different language, and to navigate the waters of a new place without some big waves.
Students would have to apply for one of the 800 slots in the choice option. Educators are still in the planning process and haven't decided on the school locations yet, but say one will be in Langley Park, the other will be a school within a school in another part of the county.
We really look forward to moving from the challenge of getting kids to see that college is a possibility to the challenge of working with kids and helping them to decide which college they will go to or which career program they will enroll in among various acceptances.
In America right now, 4.4 million students are English language learners. In Maryland, that number has doubled from 2003 to 2012, from 27,000 to 52,000.
The number of English language learners in Prince George's is growing by about 1,000 students a year. The new schools will serve about 400 students in all, or 100 each in grades 9 through 12.
I mean, we have 2 major issues that we're trying to problem solve. Is one, how do we get kids to enculturate into our schools? And the other piece is how do you get them engaged in terms of language ability for their to improve their student performance.
Most of the kids learn English pretty fast. The issue is more, I would say, biculturalism, is understanding that a kid who lived till age 5 in war-torn El Salvador doesn't have exactly the same experience as a kid who's lived all their life in Laurel, Maryland. And so it's more that cultural understanding and being in an environment in which everybody's trying to learn English instead of just being separated out.
Supporters say they hope to not only increase the number of high school graduates in the program, but to steer those graduates into lucrative future careers. And the partnership recently got a $3 million grant from the Carnegie Corporation to cover startup costs for the project.
And the State Highway Administration's Emergency Motorist Assistance Program has been around for decades. It's helped tens of thousands of stranded drivers get the help they need. Now the service is expanding. We've all seen the trucks, flashing lights, and signs of the Maryland State Highway Patrol emergency vehicles. And perhaps you've been stranded and in need of help.
The car wasn't safe to drive. I still had 20 miles to go, and I wanted a tow truck to come and get me.
For years, the state's highway patrol vehicles operated mostly on a Monday through Friday schedule. But last year, the agency conducted an off-hours pilot project.
We shifted the forces we had around and studied the benefits, and we found that we cleared over 500 incidents and responded to stranded motorists and incidents on the roadway during that 8-week period between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m.
The result, this month's start of around-the-clock, 7-day-a-week service in the Washington-Baltimore areas. The expansion means the service goes from 24 trucks and drivers to 48.
Here, I'll be running this channel with a rider for a little bit.
Eric Dubert is one of them. He's assigned to the Baltimore area.
I look mainly for disabled vehicles, accident scenes, anything that disrupts the traffic flow, traffic patterns. It varies. Some days you could run into 2, 3, 4. Some days you could run into 10, 20 of them.
And on this day on northbound 95,
just north of Route 32 on a tractor trailer,
what appears to be a stranded trucker.
Just barely stay highway, just checking on you, man. You all right? I'm all right. On the phone. Okay, no problem, man. Just want to check on you, okay?
Turns out to be a driver who pulled over to make a cell phone call. All is well. In addition to more drivers, the system will install 74 new traffic cams, giving SHA access to nearly 700. For police, the expansion of the system makes it safer.
While they weren't out there in the overnight hours, we'd be out there by ourselves in the middle of the night, with a lone police car with our lights only, protecting us from a crash scene.
SHA invested $15 million in the 24/7 initiative. For Katie Worth, who was stranded one autumn night, it was a highway patrol truck to the rescue.
You don't realize the value that they add just by parking their car behind you and being that buffer, the first thing that traffic sees. It's a big white truck with flashing lights versus just my car with the hazards on. So I definitely felt protected.
The 24-hour, 7-day-a-week initiative started earlier this month.
A pedestrian is fatally struck by a pickup truck yesterday after getting off of a bus in Beltsville. 27-year-old Mohammed Bello was not in a crosswalk when he stepped off of the bus in the 8100 block of Muirkirk Road just before 5 p.m. He tried to cross the road in front of the bus when he was struck by a van heading westbound. Bello was transported to a local hospital in critical condition, but later died from his injuries. The driver remained on the scene and was not hurt. Anyone with information on this case is asked to call the police department's Collision Analysis and Reconstruction Unit. That number is 301-731-4422. Well, a new report shows what may have caused a train to derail in Ellicott City in 2012, killing 2 people. The National Transportation Safety Board says an investigative team uncovered a small break in the rail line, causing the coal train to overturn. The massive derailment of 21 train cars crushed several vehicles and killed 19-year-olds Elizabeth Nass and Rose Mayer. And the 2 victims were sitting near the tracks when the accident occurred.
And severe weather has landed in our area. A thunderstorm warning in effect until 9 p.m. for Prince George's and 19 other counties throughout the state. Flash flooding may occur in some parts of the region. The National Weather Service considers today's storm as dangerous and advises residents to stay inside and stay away from windows. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Coming